Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another experiment where today we're taking a look at the worst possible player on Football Manager 22. Well, now today it will be a look at a player that we have created ourselves. It's a player with one in every single attribute. 4'11", plays for Tonga, and 17 years old. Starts at Chelsea though, so it'll be the interesting. Will he be able to develop whilst being at Chelsea? Before we get started though, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, leave a comment down below of any other experiments you want to see, and I'll certainly be looking to try and get those done for you guys. But as I said, it is Salesi Latu, a Tongan central midfielder, so he's got plenty of areas to go from. Plays for Chelsea in their under 23s. He's 17 years old, so it will be very interesting to see if he gets better, how much he gets better, and if he actually goes anywhere in his career. So what we'll do is we'll jump a few years and get to a point where, whether he's world beater, average player, or just doesn't exist anymore. We'll see. So let's jump ahead and take a look at the first one. Okay, so we're just a year on at the moment. All of his stats have kind of gone up to the kind of base level, which seems to be around the 7 mark for a lot of them. It seems to be that way of Football Manager kind of having a level for the players, that it means they're actually playable and not just non-existent and can't move. Still at Chelsea though, he's in the under 18s, which makes more sense, and he is listed for loan to hopefully get his development up and continue his playing. He's outspoken and media friendly, but otherwise looks just rounded very well. Quite well rounded for a centre midfielder. Just would be nice if they were a bit better stats. Nothing really to note otherwise. So let's jump ahead again and see if there's any more changes. Okay, another year on and another nothing for him to have happened. He's played a few games in the what I'd assume is the under 23s Premier Division for Chelsea, and maybe even the Papa John's Trophy. But 4 appearances, 13 sub appearances. Other than that, been very static. He's still got 3 years on his contract, so unless a team comes in for him, I'll be honest, I can't imagine him going anywhere. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when his contract expires. But at the moment, 19 years old, he's still got time to improve, and hopefully Chelsea can do that, but it looks very static at the moment. So let's jump ahead again and see if it continues like this. Okay, so a couple of years on, we're in 2025. He's still got 1 year on his contract. A few of his stats has actually declined. He's increased his height to 5 foot. Now he's 21 years old, and played a little bit more for the under 23s, which is nice. Other than that, though, not much is changing. He's played. He's a makeshift right back now. Even though he's left-footed, so I don't know what that would. It's an interesting decision to put him there. I guess he could fit there. Natural fitness of 1 though, not great for a fullback, not great for any footballer, to be honest. So yeah, again, nothing really to know. Looking at his milestones, they won the under 20 Premier Division International Cup. Again, how much he contributed, he must have contributed something to it, and was runner-up in the Premier Division Cup. But otherwise, there's nothing at all going on for him at the moment. So let's jump again and see if anything happens. Okay, so yeah, retired at the age of 24. Didn't make 4 appearances for Tonga, which is incredible, really. And also did win a trophy and a runner-up, which we saw. Other than that, there's nothing that happened in his career. Obviously, having the level he was at, there was no clubs really interested in him. Chelsea weren't able to give him that platform that we maybe hoped he would have had. But it's interesting to see he's still got 4 appearances for Tonga, but didn't make any appearances for the first team. And then decided to retire at the age of 24, which is a bit of a shame, especially considering he's made 4 appearances for the Tongan national team, which is quite impressive, especially at his level. But there you go. Basically, don't make a really bad player on Football Manager, as they don't do anything. As probably expected, to be quite honest. There you go. But like I said before, leave a comment down below of any experiments you want to see, and I'll try and get those done. And of course, like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on those. And I'll catch you in the next one. See you then.